Good morning, all you minties. This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and welcome to your Saturday live stream where we talk about anything in the world of comics. So, how is everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend? And yeah, is it Saturday or Sunday where you're from? Melanie will be joining me here in a little bit. She had to step out and run some errands, and she's running a little bit late, but she did let me know. And it's good to see all these names up early this Saturday morning, and I hope everyone is almost. I am not ever a minute late. I arrived just on time. What is it? What's the matter?
Nothing.
You just want to say hi to people?
Yeah. Hi.
Look who it is. Look who's down here.
Hi, Tina.
This is my oldest, Miss Lydia, who does videos with me a lot. What's the next book we're reviewing? Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Panther, the Marvel premiere book. And you got to read Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four. Get on it, kid. Go upstairs and read.
I already read all of it. I read it all like months ago.
She's a huge Transformers fan, just like her poppy. Okay, mi vida. Te quiero mucho. What is up, Sith? Kane, it's always good to see you. And Tina, what are you doing over there? You should be over here. And good morning to you, Dana. Yes, don't forget to vote for the most wanted DC Omni. I had a meeting with the folks at DC, and it was a great meeting. I gave some, I posted some bullet points on our Patreon to talk about, or to mention some of the things that we talked about. But I'm sure I forgot to mention some things we did talk about. So if you have any questions, let me know. What is up, man? You doing, Kicksport Cal? Elon. Good morning. It's storming like crazy, so no need for me to go to Los today. Glad to hear about your DC meeting. Thank you, man. It felt more like a chill, meeting of friends talking about the same geeky thing that we're all into than a corporate meeting. I didn't realize I was going to be meeting with the director and two of his editors. One who happens to watch our channel here, and one who I happen to be a fan of because I love the way that he maps the books. Dude, tell me about it, man. She's going to be 16 next week. 16. Teaching her how to drive already, which is just nuts. What's up, Hamza? How is Jerry Lewis and Firestorm doing at the pool? I will check in a little bit, honestly. We've got quite a bit of votes. We got 1,900, I think, the last time I looked. Yeah, and you all keep voting. That's awesome. I think we had to get rid of just a few, 20, which isn't that bad, of the votes. And it's only because it was multiple votes. I think sometimes it's an honest mistake. Somebody thought, oh, I didn't get the email. It must not have gone through, and they tried it again, because within seconds it was the same books at the same tiers. DC colored the canceled comics cavalcade issues in the Steve Ditko Omnibus Shade number 9 and Showcase 106. I didn't pick it up. I didn't pick up the Ditko one. I forgot that it was coming out, and I did get the Red Lanterns one. My brother's doing a little bit better. Thank you so much, Dana. He's doing a little bit better. He's back to work and walking around, breathing on his own. So that's a plus. So thank you so much for asking. Can't wait for the new Wolverine Omni. Volume 6. Yes, it's right over. It's over there. You can't see it. Can you? No, it's over there. On my review on rereading it, I said, it's interesting that I don't know, I said we, but I probably mean me. We call this, there I go again. We call this era the no-nose Wolverine era. But honestly, it's not that long. How long he didn't have a nose, how long he was an ogre. Looking at it, I picked up the book and I was like, only this much of the book has him looking like this ogre. In my head, when I quit comics, I was like, this went on for years. But in reality, I think it was 12, 13 months. Does Miss Lydia appreciate Perceptor's intelligence? She likes IDW Perceptor, who's a sharpshooter, right? He's the sniper. He is awesome. Chris, how you doing, my brother? It's a hot summer day in Charlotte, North Carolina. Congratulations on the very productive DC meeting. Great things are coming thanks to you. Oh, no, dude, it's thanks to you all. Seriously. I'm just the middleman. I just let people know what people are wanting. Good morning, Omar. Did you get a copy of the Madman Omnibus yet? Yes, I did. Really want to know what it looks like. It's a soft cover. It's like their soft cover trade paperbacks of BPRD and Hellboy and the BPRD. When Melanie gets back here, I'll ask her to get it here in a second. It's the same designs and everything as the library edition. Top 8 announcements you've made and why. Ever? Wow, John, you're starting strong. New Warriors Omnibus Volume 2. That's a personal win for me. That kind of sums up everything, every accomplishment of the channel. Like, not only just representing, but also having everybody's voices heard. And it's almost like a thank you for for being that voice. It was a wonderful and a very moving announcement. Number 2, it's got to be Romnibus. Completely unexpected. Had to be approved by legal from Hasbro and Marvel, and it had to be seen, and there were certain rules. Uncanny Volume 4 is still one of my favorite announcements, because back then I was doing like 10 announcements at one time whenever they wanted me to do that, and then there were 10 on the thumbnail, but no, like, people really had to pay attention, because at the very end with number 9, I was like, and that's it for this round. And don't forget that, like, usually people tune out after that. And then I'm like, psych, there's one more for the people that can count, and for the people that are, still watching. And it was Uncanny X-Men Volume 4. That's one of my favorite announcements. So that's 3. Number 4 has to be the reprint of Wolverine 1 with Wolverine 2. That's another one of those wins for me that, like, oh man, I can't believe they listened to me and it sold well, and now we're getting a Volume 2. That was something. There's dude, I really have a lot. The Titans, Conan the Barbarian, the continuation with Savage Sword number 9, getting the inside information and how they were working together and just working with the different team over there. Because I'm used to working with Marvel announcements. That was wonderful. I really like doing that one. That's 5. I'll be honest, the Dawn of X. That was something that you all said that would sell, and let Marvel know you want it now. And I was like, okay. And they moved things around in the schedule, and they shoehorned it into the schedule, and now I got to announce it. That was wonderful. That was. I mean, there's so many. Because Ven Omnibus was like that too. Agent Ven Omnibus was very similar to that. Captain America by Mark Grunwald. That's one of my all-time favorite. Oh gosh, this is hard. Captain America by Mark Grunwald, and then probably, just to go ahead and say it, Anna Sensi's Daredevil. Those are 2 of my personal ones that I've wanted for years, and I finally got to announce them, like, around the same time too. That was wonderful. Thank you for asking. Wow, I'm sure I missed a lot. You mentioned Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 6 being sold out already. Do you know if Marvel's cutting print runs like all producers of physical media are doing? They're trimming down the print runs is what they're doing. So what that means is that it's sold out in the distribution level, not necessarily like how many copies in stock trades, how many copies cheap graphic novels got, or even Amazon could have ordered thousands and thousands of copies and we're going to be in stock for years. But it is officially out of print from the distribution level. Just means they're trying to print closer to the actual pre-order numbers is what they're trying to do. If the meeting went well, does that mean hopefully you will get sent DC Omnis earlier? That is something that I asked towards the end of the conversation, because my overviews usually come out a week after the books have been out, because I have to have time to read it, right? And I said, is there any way? And apparently, and I knew this, that they use a third-party company, a marketing company, to do that, and it's up to them. And I will say this. If it comes to that, I think for my own personal reasons, I'd rather still buy my own copies and say what I want to on my video than having to follow a guideline by a marketing company, if that makes sense. Because I've had to do it in the past, and I still did my own thing, but they didn't like it. So that's all I can say about that. Any word if they will release Wolverine Omni Volume 1? Missed out on that one. I still haven't gotten the full list from Marvel. They're working on sending it to me. But I will, hopefully, this round of announcements is the beginning. The no Omar Wolverine. Heard a rumor that Fantastic Four Volume 6. Yep, you are correct. No rumor. Are you planning on attending Superman Festival in Metropolis, Illinois? I've never been. I always wanted to go. So it's a great time. Oh, you two are talking to each other. Wait, what happened with DC? I had a meeting with them, man. I had a meeting with them on, when was that? Wednesday? Maybe it was Wednesday. I can't remember. I talked to their director of collected editions and 2 of the editors, and it was a good sit down. I brought in on our Patreon, I asked people, what the complaints they have, what they see DC doing wrong and what they see DC doing right. And because they were asking. So I was like, I took all of it, and I swear I put it all and condensed it, and I fired away at the questions, and they had questions for me about paper stock, about the mapping on books. So I learned a lot, honestly, just listening to them about why sometimes things can't be the way that we want them to be, or why it takes forever for certain books to come out. So it was really cool. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool things coming. They've got 2026 built out already. So they looked at our list of reprints that you all voted for, and they said, I think we're going to be able to do all of these, but 2 or 3 within 2026 and the beginning of 2027. So thank you all for voting. And they're really, really looking forward to getting the list of the books that have never existed that you all are wanting. And they told me a lot of the projects that they're working on. I didn't ask for specifics, though. I didn't like, oh, what's coming out now? Where's this? Right. I was very vague about just questions like why compendium instead of omnibus, and questions like that is what I brought. And they're really, really insightful. Omar, could you explain the difference in royalties to creators that have a collected edition specifically for them, like Hulk by Peter David, versus just the character team book that they are on? So I think it works different for both companies, right? And it's one of those things that it's case by case too, depending on when the contract was written. But they get a little bit more if it does have their name. And then sometimes that little bit more means here's 10 more comp copies. But that's what it means, right? If it has the creator-centric name, then they get a little bit more is what the way I understood it. And that a lot of it has to do with, of course, HR and whatever contracts were made at the time. That was something I learned from Len Wein. Because I remember when the whole Roy Thomas thing started about creating Wolverine, like, he's the one that made Wolverine. It didn't make any sense to me because, why would you say that? So, Len's been gone for a long time. Oh my gosh, 4 or 5 years now. And he was credited as creating Wolverine. He got $0 for creating Wolverine, by the way. Doesn't matter if it was a movie, cartoon, video game, 0, right? This is something that I learned from talking to him. And his spouse got nothing. But for Lucius Fox, he got something because that was after, in the 80s when these characters were created. So to me, it made no sense why, I saw people online were asking about this, why Roy Thomas would claim to create Wolverine if there's no royalties that come with that, right? It's not like he's leaving his kids money or anybody money if he says that he created Wolverine. So yeah, that didn't make any sense to me if you're not getting any royalties out of it. So it really depends on when these things came out. I'm sure nowadays they're a little more, how do I put this? They are, you're still working for a corporation and you're still a work for hire. So whatever you create belongs to the corporation, right? It's like anything else. It's like if you're a coder, you code something for AT&T or you code something for Time Warner Cable or whatever, that belongs to them. You don't keep that code. You get a paycheck, and that's it, right? Whereas over at Marvel and DC, if you create, I'm sure James Tynion in the fourth gets something for Punchline. Maybe Kelly Thompson gets something for the Jeff the Land Shark. Yeah. Omar, if this keeps happening with Omni selling out immediately and they're forced to keep going back to the printers, do you think Marvel will increase how much they print again just a little? No, I don't think so, because in the past, they overprinted, and that's what happens, right? Like Fantastic Four Omni Volume 5, for example, had a big print run, and an even bigger, more so than pre-orders, and now a lot of them are discounted. Like if you look a lot of places. The whole Roy Thomas created Wolverine is shameful given that the other creators are not here to verify. Right. That's the thing too, is you see arguments online about, especially Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, right? That's the famous one that a lot of people love to discuss. But everybody that can actually tell us anything is gone, right? these whole arguments, these whole like who created what we don't know anymore because all these people are gone now. And the same thing with Roy. Like, I have no idea why that's like, I don't know if it was an agent or somebody representing that said, hey, you know, you were the editor at the time, you should be getting royalties, but there are no royalties. Was going to kick himself for not saying Peter David's Hulk for his favorite announcement. Oh, dang it. That's the, yeah, because I suggested that. Because it was, we were getting Red Hulk, and I was like, why did you all go with Hulk by Jeff Loeb? That run sucks. Why didn't you guys do Peter David's Hulk? You're right. That's a good one, too. That was my very first announcement. Kaden, how are you doing? Jeff the Land Shark Omni win. Oh, man, Kelly would love that. Yeah, the Bob Kane Bill Finger thing. I mean, you know, that's a thing now. When I was a kid, we didn't even know who Bill Finger was. No idea who Bill Finger was. You see Bob Kane at shows. I think only people in the industry knew who he was. But people like us, like fans, there was no internet. There was no Twitter. There was no social media where you could share like, hey, this guy is crediting himself and not the actual guy that drew. You know what I'm saying? It's just so different nowadays. What do you think Marvel getting a new 2D fighting game that looks great, but not by Capcom, but Arc System? Well, I love Guilty Gear, so I'm all there for it. Same people that did Guilty Gear and DBZ. I saw the trailer. Yeah, man, it looks good. What did you think when Wolverine didn't show up, though? I was like, whoa. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a fighting game with Marvel characters, or a game with Marvel characters that did not feature Wolverine. Right? It's so different, brother. But I'm excited. I love fighting games. Doesn't Rob Liefeld claim he created Deadpool by himself? I think his tune has changed. I think he I don't know. Honestly, that is between him and Fabian and of course Louise Simonson. Who was asking him? Who was that? I'm so sorry. Who was asking about the Madman Omni? So it's a soft cover, right? It's a standard size soft cover. But it is made with the same designs as the library edition. Even this and spine. I mean, it looks like that. I'll do a overview of it, a quick overview, because I know I've talked about the library edition before. My big Dark Horse video will come out tomorrow. Holy moly, it took me 4 months to read a bunch of Dark Horse books. I love doing that, and they are so patient and so kind. But I do love to do justice to all the people that send me things. So. And I'm going to get the super chat really quick. Is DC Finest Gail Simone Wonder Woman worth buying since the Omnibus is out of print? Is that Omnibus coming back? And is DC Finest glued or sewn spine? DC Finest is, I don't even know why I thought about it. It's glued. It's glued. Most of their books are. Some of their DC compacts I've seen have come with sewn binding, but most of them are all glued. And yes, it is out of print, but it made it in our top 20. So if you can wait, perhaps it'll come back to print for the Gail Simone Wonder Woman Omni. If you can't wait, read it. It's great. Plus, the DC Finest is more complete. It has stuff that was not printed in the Omni and in great reading order. No, Onslaught was not my favorite announcement. Hey, baby. What Omni spines in your collection do you like the look of the most? That Nightwing Rebirth comes to mind right now. That was killer, man. They did a good job with that. I really like. Oh, hold on. Let me see here. I got to go with Fall of the Mutants. That's an awesome image by Mark Silvestri. What is that? 222. The original omnibus printing of X-Men by Claremont and Lee has that new colored Magneto from the new, like they're using the new colors, the modern colors on it. That one's bad. Bad. Actually, as much as I don't like the story, the House of M Magneto is pretty cool too. The X Factor by Peter David, Volume 1, the standard cover. Or the Joe Quesada cover, actually. That one's solid. And I'm trying to think, what else do I like? Actually, I love the designs of Batman by Grant Morrison. I think they're great. In all 3 volumes, they look amazing together.
Hello, guys.
Those are some of the ones that stand out to me.
And we need to put...
Is this David Gabriel? These are his 2 most wanted Omnis.
With our powers combined, we are best friends.
Are we?
we?
Sometimes we aren't when
Yeah,
we're working on the garden together. Omni, I'm stuck at the Atlanta airport for the next hour, so I'm going to need you both to be on your A game. It's already been a morning.
Let's go.
All right, Bunk, this one's for you. Melanie, drop that beat.
I was going to suggest People Watch.
What?
People Watching's fun.
People watching?
Yeah.
Omar, which book has the most aura? Well, being that I'm a expert on aura and what was brought to my attention 2 weeks ago, what even aura is, I'm going to say Dragon Ball Z, because you need a lot of aura. I'm going to go with Dragon Ball Z book number 3, the Big Viz edition, because that's when he first goes Super Saiyan, and you need a lot of aura for that. And the Genki Dama, you need a lot of aura for that, right? I got you.
You need for it's Genki Dama the Spirit Bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yay! You're hyper because the horchata espresso I made, so don't mind me. Yay! Fun. Let's see. I started some comments,
Sure.
and we have a super chat, but really quick because my reminder went off on my phone to ask about the Masterworks line.
Oh my gosh! How did I forget? Okay.
That's why I said a reminder.
And I'm going to put this on Patreon, and please, 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 please spread the word for anybody that is interested. Right as of right now, I can't get into details, but the Marvel Masterworks line is officially on indefinite hiatus until, demand is there, but they can't see the demand, so they don't know. So, what you all need to do is write an email. This is what I would do, because staying silent is going to do nothing. So if you're a Masterworks fan, if you know, please spread it on Reddit. Please spread it on Facebook, on wherever it is. If you want to save the Masterworks line, write an email with the subject line, Save the Masterworks, and direct that email to David Gabriel and Jeff Youngquist at Marvel. Either direct it to both of them or CC one of them if you're directing it to Jeff, or vice versa. Their email is public for that. So if you look and you Google where to find their emails, email them, please. Okay? Because
do you mean the little kid ink books?
No. The Marvel Masterworks.
The prestige ones.
The big prestige $75 books, yeah. Like I said, I can't get into details, but they are on indefinite hiatus. So please spread the word. Let others, know that if they want their Marvel Masterworks, to write an email. And please, y'all, I trust you all to be professional. Don't be a jerk about it. Just say, please, bring these back. They're a favorite of mine, or wrap up some series. Whatever you have to say it within that, and make the subject line Save the Masterworks. Okay, that's all I can say. And I will again put this on Patreon, and then so people there know they aren't watching the stream, and I'll put it on the community post here. But not everybody sees that, so spread the word. And their emails are public, so you can try to find it. Let me double check. I think there was an actual email. Let's see here. Just
Logan, they want to see if there's a demand.
Yeah,
it won't be annoying.
Yeah, it's not going to be annoying. They already know that it's going to come. This happens a lot. Just don't spam them, right? Or don't make a fake account either.
It's
be honest.
Fernando, the regular Masterworks.
Yeah. There's I think there's a public Marvel Heroes email. But
so a couple of questions,
this is about the regular Masterworks.
Would it make older Omnis release slower, and what are the advantages to Masterworks compared to Omnis?
The Masterworks is the prestige line that Marvel puts out. It's where the restoration is done. When I know on my videos I've said this is where all the heavy lifting is done. I mean that all the restoration that you see on these older Marvel Omnis, that's where it's done. If you look at the difference, I did a comparison, if you can find it, of the Marvel Masterworks compare it to the Man-Thing omnibus, but the Marvel Masterworks Man-Thing, the colors are truer to the colors of the original comics. So,
what's the reasoning? Did Epic win the fight?
I can't say the reasoning. I was asked not to, but I do want people to get, the books that they want. So I am allowed to just let people know, to let them know, right? So look for that public email that they have.
Does it mean that the Essentials line?
Okay, the Essential lines done. They've been done for like 10 years.
So it's a lot of work to make Masterworks?
A lot of restoration, a lot of money. That's what it comes down to when it comes to restoration, right? Like, you need to go back to the original art, clean up the artwork. Like, if you look at the line work, like, it's a lot to put together. It's not cheap. So
there are a lot of terrific questions, and I start some of them, but we need to get first to the super chat.
Sure, baby. And if you have any more questions about the Masterworks, please ask away. But yeah, I want people to, I understand. I know what it feels like when something is not finished. Looking at my working designs video games, looking at some of this manga. So I know that emptiness that comes with, like, oh my gosh, they were almost done with the Walter, or they just started the Walter Simonson era of Thor with the original color, things like that. I understand. So as a collector, I'm there with you.
So thank you,
hey Jennifer,
for the super chat.
Do you know when we'll get the Master of the Mystic Arts Volume 2 of Doctor Strange omnibus? Not yet. I haven't seen the schedule yet either. So it could be 2026, because we still have February to July will be the next batch of announcements.
I can't function today. Let's see. There we go. And Michael, thank you for the super chat.
Michael, how you doing, buddy?
It's been a long time, Omar. When are you and Curtis doing the next Epic and DC Finest announcements?
I'm waiting on the list of epics, and I am ready whenever my buddy. I know Curtis is always ready, but yeah, we're both ready. I don't think he's doing San Diego Comic-Con this year, so we'll be happy to do it as soon as we get that list and information from Marvel.
You know who I wish was going to be at Heroes Con?
Curtis.
Andy Kubert.
Okay.
That would be cool.
Oh,
I finished Tom King's Up in the Sky this week. And oh my gosh, I could see getting a tattoo of Superman's eyeball.
That is a weird tattoo. No one is going to know what that is.
When he gets that look in his eyes, I was like, oh, man, Andy Kubert's artwork's amazing. Y'all, it's Up in the Sky is good.
Are you an Andy girl?
It's good. Yeah, I think I am now. Oh, man.
I'm an Adam guy.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'd have to compare, I suppose. But just this story moved me. And so for the book club next Sunday, we're going to talk about Man of Steel by Byrne, issues 1 through 6 Superman. But I read Up in the Sky by Tom King, and if anybody wants to talk about it, I'll talk about it. It's so good.
If anybody wants to talk about, yeah, let's do it right now, Melanie. Right in the middle of our stream. I know.
During the book club, which is available on our Patreon for the $7.77 tier.
Thank you, baby.
John, thank you for the super chat that I'll have to leave up here for a minute. Rank famous stories from best to worst. Under the Red Hood, Death in the Family, Court of Owls, City of Crime, Year One, Hush, Nightfall, The Cult. Do you go to Wikipedia, John? A Lonely Place of Dying, There's No Hope in Crime Alley.
I hope
John, it's just off the top of your head.
John is sitting in his chair right now and he just fell off because you said he went to Wikipedia. He's like, and he's throwing the Lord's name in vain because you assumed that he's on Wikipedia.
I asked. I didn't assume.
All right, let's see here. What's the best? I know. Oh my God. This is a hard one because a lot of these stories I like. Now, one in particular, I would say is my absolute least favorite, and that would be City of Crime. I hate that story with a passion. And it probably has to do with the fact that I like the creative team behind it. So that one is the one that gets my vote for my least favorite. My favorite, man, this is hard.
I'm gonna put What If Thor Was Worthy on my list.
Dang it. For what?
3.
All right. I gotta do this. Okay.
Not 4.
Hold on, baby.
Loki. Well, what if Loki was worthy?
Year One. Year One. That's in the family because when I was a kid, it was the one that was like, what? I voted for this. I made a change
Oh.
to get a kid killed.
Oh my god.
Story. Lonely Place of Dying. Lonely Place of Dying. Oh my god, that's wonderful. I love that story. The Cult. Hush. Red Hood. Court of Owls. There's No Hope in Crime Alley and The Nightfall. Man, these are some good ones. And then you threw what's it called in there though? The City of Crime. I hated that story.
Nick, thank you for the super chat.
Every solicited, yes, every Marvel Masterwork that is solicited is going to come out because it's already solicited, right? That means that they're getting the FOC. But the ones that you saw in the catalog that I never announced, so there was a reason why when people were like, "When are you going to make the announcement?" And I was like, I was asked not to. No, you all know.
Well, Ryan, thank you for the super chat. And
Hey, buddy.
Fiending for
He's using
another
that
announcement.
Dave Chappelle picture. Y'all got any more of them announcements?
We'll
I'm
bring this
hoping
company.
to get the list sometime soon. I know that they're working on it, so I'm hope here in the next couple of weeks, brother. Got to meet Jeff Loeb yesterday at Phoenix Fan Fusion. Got my Long Halloween Omni signed and sketched and picked the Long Halloween #1 Tim Cell edition, which goes directly to Tim's fam. Oh, that's wonderful. Jeff's a nice guy. I had the pleasure of meeting Tim many years ago, and he was such a nice, down-to-earth guy. And Jeff, I don't think I ever got anything signed by Jeff. I just talked to him. That's it. I never asked for an interview either. I was just like, I did say, I know he's really good friends with David Gabriel. So he's like, oh, yeah, Dave, how's my buddy doing? But yeah, I also told him I love Teen Wolf. And he loved hearing
really
that.
good friends with David Gabriel. Why is he asking you how he's doing?
Why don't you text David? Why don't you text David? What's up?
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah. Really.
Tina, can I borrow X-Men Volume 1?
Not actually
Please.
bad. She's got to review it first.
Okay. I'm not going to answer your question, though, because I starved people's questions that have been asked. I will tell what I've read. I talked about one thing I read. Yeah. Are you guys leaving today? Are they leaving today? I wanted to hang out. Well, you'll have a safe trip. Okay. Would Moon Knight be the Marvel equivalent to Azrael from DC?
No. Moon Knight has 6 Omnis. Azrael has none.
Okay.
I know what he means.
Okay. On yesterday's live stream, did anyone claim the X-Men Blood Hunt Jubilee cover? DC's Dead Planet cover? Because I was still price checking, but then my phone died.
I don't think so, buddy. So go and look at that. Fill out that form.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And see if there's any more Nightfall questions. Or Nightfall. Gosh dang it, Masterworks questions.
Sure. Kanan was asking.
I want to make sure that people are aware.
Kanan was asking about your opinion on floating shelving.
If you got the room, go for it. Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions about it?
For books? No, I don't. I don't trust floating shelving for books. No, I'm sorry, I don't. Could save more money for a few Masterworks by cutting books like Armor Wars. That's not a solution, Cody. That's a done deal already. It's solicited. Don't write that email.
Roberta's saying, so they're not going to do restoration on the art if they discontinue Masterworks and just do Omnis?
I really don't I didn't get all the questions answered, just some of them. So that's a question I also have. Do you think there are different ways of formatting comics like modern epic omnibuses causes the other ways of releasing books to fall out of favor like Masterworks? This is an excellent question, Martin. I think there are people that have moved, right? At one time, keep in mind, the Marvel Masterworks line has been there since 1987. That's collected editions since 1987. I don't think some of you all that are watching right now were even around in 1987. So I think a lot of things have changed, right? Like, yeah, the sales of Omnis, that idea that Omnis are, superior because they have a lot more collected in them. They're $100 to $150, now $175 compared to the $50 to $75, and now sometimes even $100 at the Masterworks were. But the true fans of the Masterworks, like I have one of my favorite creators showed me his pictures of all his Masterworks that he owns. He owns every one of them. He owns the direct market cover of every single one of the Masterworks. So I know there's a fan base for them, but I think some people have like, okay, this is where I'm stopping the Masterworks, and now I'll collect them in omnibus format and epic format. Just because epics are more affordable and there are a lot more issues in there. And then, of course, the Omnis also have the letter pages, too. So I think a lot of it has to do with that, too. It's just you have so many options nowadays.
Okay, I start some more.
Sure.
The inevitable question. I don't know if this is real or a joke. What's it? Masterworks?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not a joke.
Okay. And Corey's.
Danny, I was talking about the Masterworks earlier, that they are on indefinite hiatus as of right now. So please spread the word to email with the subject line, save the Masterworks, to that. It's a public Marvel email, or if you can find Jeff Youngquist or David Gabriel's email, copy them. Just let them know that you want to save the Masterworks.
Let's see. And hey, Rick Gear.
Hey, what's up, man? Oh, school.
Keep your Patreon. Oh, thanks. Can you hint at some of the DC Omnis coming?
Wait, you're on Patreon? I hinted. I didn't hint. I said something that was coming. Go read the very last part of that message on the Patreon. That's not a hint. That's legit something I was told that was coming, and where the money is going this year. Oh, I forgot one of the things about, like, I asked them is sometimes we don't know these extras are coming until we open up the book. For example, the Philip Kennedy Johnson omnibus of Superman. That journal that he has in War World where he's Superman's writing a journal? The entire journal is going to be collected in the omnibus. And I was like, why don't you guys promote that? And I found out that apparently they're given like 100 words to solicit their book, and that's all they're given. So they have to pick and choose exactly how to word something. And if it has a lot of issues collected in there, it kind of limits you to how much you can say about the book. And then that's why it makes sense why sometimes the new printings of older books don't even have what's collected in them.
Okay. Can you go ahead? Tina, we have volume 2. We don't have volume 1. That's why I want to read it.
Will the Epic line ever reprint non-superhero Marvel comics, or is the line just specifically made for reprinting superheroes only? So far, we've only seen superheroes. That's it. But I would like to think one day that there would be. Yeah, there's a lot of pros, right, to Masterworks. People love the restoration that's truer to the original art and colors. People love the fact that they're, there's only 10 to 12 issues in there, a lot easier to read than Omnis. What else is there? I don't know. It just has a nicer quality feel. I always joke to my friends that I'm like, oh, you got a raise. You're now in the Marvel Masterworks. You're making Marvel Masterworks money, is what I say. Because it's the high end books, right?
Is Mighty Marvel?
No, Marvel
okay,
Masterworks.
So it's just Marvel. Oh my gosh, wow,
okay.
I can't do the M's. Marvel Masterworks, last of the standard size hardcovers from Marvel and DC to go. Feels like DC has also mostly stopped doing standard hardcovers.
No, believe it or not, it's not. I think there's a Marvel Marvel hardcover, standard size hardcover that's coming out. Oh, what is it? And then DC is doing like a lot of these hardcovers, like Poison Ivy, Chip Zdarsky's Batman. They're doing a same release date of the standard hardcover and the trade paperback.
Well, you get more bang for your buck for Omnis and Epics. I always thought Masterworks had just the right amount of story where you didn't need to take a break from reading. Sometimes less is more. They don't need to pause all the Masterworks. Couldn't they just strip down to the big ones? We need 3 more Simonson Thors. Marvel Masterworks is the only way they print Spectacular Spider-Man. Like
I said, I don't have right now. It's indefinite hiatus is all I know on everything. So spread the word and let if you're in the Facebook group Marvel Masterworks or collected editions, let them know to email too.
And Caden, so we were saying that we don't recommend floating shelving.
Oh, not for books. No,
yeah.
At least for me, because I think they get so heavy, right?
And it is time for BD Cosmos.
Okay, so if you live in Canada and you're interested in purchasing some of these big books, don't forget to check out bdcosmos.com, Canadian leader in graphic novels. They have the physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec, and the website is bdcosmos.com. 25% off your order of 99 Canadian dollars or more, free shipping everywhere in Canada for every order of 250 Canadian dollars or more. And if you let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way, you'll be added to their monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers, and that's
BD Cosmos, with rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada. Pew pew pew. Wait, where's the tab? Oh, there's the tab. Okay. Okay, jokes aside, I get why this is important, but I don't own any Masterworks. I'm an Omnibus fan.
Yeah, it's, you know, I love spreading joy and bringing good news to people with breaking news, but sometimes we have to talk about the realism of these things, right? Like, if it gets to be too expensive, like, I'm sure some people are going to be out of the game when we talk about the price of books. So that is something that DC said. Like, Shade the Changing Man was originally supposed to be one book, but the cost got to be so high that they were like, we can't do that. I don't think there's enough people that will buy Shade the Changing Man. We have to split it into 2 books, or the costs we're not gonna get anybody to buy it at this much. So they had to split it into 2 books, and now I think it's 100 to or 125. And then I'm sure somebody in the chat can tell me. But that's just that's things that they're looking at, right? If a book gets to be too big, they're like, okay, we can get it out with just one big book and charge 150. But now big books, I mean, with everything going on, they're gonna go up. So they have to realistically think, okay. And I think that's why we have sometimes these smaller books. Like, people are like, what are they thinking? Why didn't they just do one big book and release it? And then on the other hand, I see when I talk about big books, they're like, why didn't they do 2 books? Sometimes it's just cost is what they're thinking ahead. I was talking to a good friend of mine. I went to get my Nintendo Switch 2 on Thursday, release date, midnight. It was so fun. And I was like, I'm out of the amiibo game. Like, when I started collecting amiibos, they were $12.99, then $14.99, then they crawled up to $16.99. The Street Fighter 6 amiibos are $39.99 each. I was like, in no other hobby could, like, I can't imagine like books going up twice as much, and like it would just price people out.
You're not driving? Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, he was in Alaska.
Whoa!
Can't wait to see you at Heroes, buddy.
Yeah, I hope you have a good flight. Hope it's pretty.
Yeah, $39.99 each, man. Like, I was like, I can't. Like, I want the Street Fighter amiibos, but I'm not gonna get. That's $40 each, man. That means for the first wave of 4, it's math, $160.
I'm reading the
okay,
the
bad.
chat. I'm starring things while you're talking. Don't ask me. So let's see, Bart. Thank you for the super
What's
chat.
the crown
so
thing?
Get your crown. Did you get it? The first, second, third place right now. Saturday Morning Fan is number 1.
You better step your game up, Bart. You better step your game up.
Oh no, Bart. Let's see. Jaggernaut's in 2nd place, and James is in 3rd.
James, who answers every question that I have, is in 3rd.
And I started this a long time ago. Let's see. Do you know what kind of paper they use in the DC Universe by Steve Ditko Omnibus? Oh, wait, you didn't buy it. Never mind.
I didn't get. That's the one I didn't get because
non-glassy matte paper they used in the Ditko Omnibus from 2011.
I did. We actually talked about paper. Did I tell you all this? That the paper stock for the Wrath of the Spectre Omnibus was a mistake, but I ended up really liking that, and it was. My contact was like, yeah, that was a mistake. I accidentally ordered the wrong paper stock. And I'm like, whoa, it worked in its favor. The original printing. I haven't gotten my new printing yet. So I don't know if the new printing will have glossy paper stock.
You did this twice. I'm so sorry. It does star it so that we can get back to it. So thank you for those super chats. Let's see. This one was longer. So let me read this one first. Any upcoming Power Girl Deluxe Omnibus? Is Power Girl Power Trip still in print? Any Batman Omnis worth buying? Your favorite Green Lantern run? And
I'll do one question at a time, buddy. Let's see. Okay. Power Girl Deluxe, no, but there is that trade paperback that came out for long out of print books. It's a big, thick trade paperback that has like her JSA classified stories. Get that. Amanda Connor, it's phenomenal. Batman Omni's worth buying. Absolutely. The Batman by Paul Dini, Batman Adventures, they're still in print. Batman by Scott Snyder, those are excellent. And I really like The Rise and Fall of the Batman. And as far as my favorite Green Lantern run, Kyle Rayner, Ron Morris is probably will always be my favorite Green Lantern, but my favorite run has to be the Jeff Johns run. Oh my gosh, the whole emotional spectrum and the colors, and it's beautiful and perfect. If you've never read it, Ron, is Ron
Godzilla?
challenging me for Mario Kart? Ron, you give me your code. Ron, text me your code, buddy. I'll add you. Happy Pride Month to you. Go back up. Actually, we forgot to mention this is our first video in June. Happy Pride Month to you too, and it's also Men's Mental Health Month too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
actually, Ibsy, I starred Ibsy's comment. First of all, Ibsy saw Mission Impossible, the IMAX theater.
I haven't seen it yet, brother. So I think it's very important, for me, like there's this thing I told Melanie about, like Latinos aren't known for going to therapy and things like that. We're not open to it. I don't know why. I once asked my mom and she was like, it's because we're too busy working or something like that. So we don't talk about mental health, like, a lot or any. So when people ask me, I give them my honest opinion. How am I doing? It is, it's not easy. I'm dealing with a lot. Not because of the job. I love this. I love what I do. It takes a long time. It takes a long time to read and film and edit. And I never want to come off as complaining. Never on my videos. And I hope I never do. The pre-recorded videos. What you're getting on Saturday is the real me. Like that, or the me that answers the questions. So if you're asking how I'm doing, it's getting harder and harder to wear a smile on my face. Especially when I'm doing like upcoming collected editions, and it's a lot. And I'm taking a break in July. I'm going off grid for a week with my wife and kids and my mom, because her doctor that's the thing. It's like I'm a lot like my mom. We take care of everyone else and we don't take care of ourselves. And her doctor looked at me and her and was like, if you don't take care of yourselves, who's going to take care of everyone when you're gone? So she was like, you two need to go away. You need to get out of the norm. You need to get out and reconnect with nature, whatever it is. But thank you so much for asking. I hate nature. I hate it. Absolutely. I'm from Peru. What the heck is wrong with people? You want to go get lost in the woods? That's awesome.
Well,
Give me Central Aaron
the closed golf course are beautiful.
Yeah,
you appreciate that.
So take care of yourself, everyone out there. Like,
thank you, Ipsy, for asking.
Roy Thomas,
Thomas
that's fine. He can go. He can pay for half the things.
So Vaughn got the East of West Compendium.
Yeah.
I was wondering, should read the first
Oh.
issue. I'm sorry. I have a question. Would you recommend after I read the first issue of East of West, I go back and read all the factions and learn about them?
I would recommend reading the first 6 issues and then going back and reading about the factions and the separation of the states, because that world that he's building, you'll slowly get to know through each issue. And the 6th issue, I think, is a good place to go. Okay, let's find out about where the rest of the, what the rest of the what is it called? The United, not of America. Dang it, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, read it after the 6 issues. No.
Country.
Are you kidding me, Hamza? And
did you see the Street Fighter 6 season 3 characters?
I can't believe they brought what's her face back from what was it, Alpha 3 Max? Legit, a communicator's job within a community is to relay news that is both good and bad. There's always going to be good and bad news. While it's unfortunate to relay bad news, it's better than. Guess
what? It's 3. Cade can't control this caffeine high.
See it. To be silent and let the events happen in the dark. By communicating, this to the community, you're keeping them updated on events. This allows them to relay their frustration to the source, not the messenger. Sometimes the messenger, but that's okay. It comes with the job. But thank you, Kane. It's my absolute honor Can you say what DC's reasoning is for choosing Omni? I can. All right. So can you keep that up there for just a second, my love?
No.
Okay, no. So the reasoning why
There
they
you go.
decided, because I have this question all the time. I'm like, oh, why did they do this in compendium? One of them is I can't say what titles, but if you know me, you probably know who my favorite character at DC is, so you can probably fill this in. But the scans, they don't think the scans are good enough for oversized format and paper stock, that glossy paper stock. So they were like, they're good enough for standard size and the cheaper paper stock. Let's put them out there first and then revisit perhaps later on down the road if we can do this in an omnibus format. So that's I get it. And I think that's probably why that's why we're seeing a lot of compendiums coming out from Image Comics, and why probably we're going to start seeing some from Marvel, because it is a cheaper way to put books out there. I'm surprised they don't go omnibus first for some of these titles to see the demand and then compendium, because there's always that fear of like, okay, if you're a fan of the story and you have the compendium and it's in a better reading order, looking at you, Green Lantern, with freaking Ion added. I actually said, y'all got me with that one, because I've always wanted Ion collected with my Green Lantern runs, and they put everything in reading order in the compendium. So if you're looking at your shelf and you have the 1,600-page compendium, are you going to upgrade to the Omni, or do you see that as a downgrade? That's something that I think needs to be thought about, though. So a lot of it has to do with the popularity of the character, and yes, you can, my love. And of course, like I mentioned, the quality of the scans. And happy Saturday to you, Torsen. Can't control the caffeine. But what a great question.
Yes, there is plans for a minty meetup. If you doing what I suggested.
I always do what you suggest.
Just about is it the Friday or Saturday?
I don't know.
What's the drinking?
Actually, Jess and I are I'm trying to get a group chat going. Ben, are you on Facebook?
Okay, we'll speak of this later. Amiibos were never cool. Blast also had to look up.
Like I took a break from Facebook, and I keep getting tagged on things, and I get an email, and I'm like, what is this? And I click on it, it takes me to Facebook, and I'm like, what the heck?
Lots of people were saying that it's good for you to take care of yourself and to take a break. And so I just picked Logan's to encapsulate what everybody was saying. Even doing a dream good job can get tedious and cause burnout sometimes, especially because he's a very people person and he works alone. I mean, not alone, but like physically alone in his house. Doesn't mean you're not grateful. Just means you're being honest. Always take care of yourself and each other.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate you, dude. Much love to you. Omar, do you do all the polls back to back? That would be murder on anyone. Take care of yourself.
No, you do all the polls back to back.
Oh, that's not a question. That's a statement. Who will I annoy the hard questions if you burn out?
Thank you.
But I do look, John. I do, but it's also, I have a big community that helps. Peter is a miracle worker. Jim and James and Brand and anybody that has helped out has been a blessing. Like, because mapping isn't for everybody, but just because mapping is not for you, you can try to help out by seeing what's out of print and triple checking. Taylor, they've all helped me, so it's not like I'm doing that alone. But it is a lot when I have to plan things around it, and I have the hardest times, and I hate this. I have the hardest time saying no to interviews and live streams. It's I've had to say no a couple of times just because here lately, especially after my dad passed away, it seems like I just don't have the energy to be on. Like today is the 6th day I've done a live stream in a row. And by Thursday, I was like, oh man, this is tough. Peter is my spirit and Peter, that guy.
I wish I could go off. I don't. I'm pretty even keel. I wish I could just go off on things, dude. Wait, I go off on a goofy manner. No, James.
Wait, James, you're going to Heroes Con, James? I didn't know that. Did I know that?
Well, now I'm questioning if I knew that because Ben asked. Not because, so that's why it was directed towards Ben. Of course, we want to see you, James.
Dude, I just assumed you were everywhere, all at once. Whatever the name of the movie is.
I'll look up your answer. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
it.
Oh my gosh, it's such a good movie. Ryan, thank you for the super chat.
What?
What do you
Why
think?
did you give him that?
Hold your horses. Omar, what do you think about Black Panther now being white and King of Wakanda? What? I can die happy. What are you talking about?
What? Are you talking about the comic book? You're not talking about the what's it called? Ryan Gosling meme, are you? What do I think about Black Panther now being white in King of Wakanda? It's an alternate reality, sure.
Is it?
Whatever.
Is there?
Yeah.
Ryan, are you making this up?
No, Ryan doesn't make it up, but he's happy. I know he's Wakanda forever now. I want to see Ryan in his trailer put a Wakanda flag up. All right, Omar, Melanie, have you started? Oh, I forget. See, I told you there was a new Phineas and Ferb.
I am on board. I want to watch this.
I love
Phineas
that
and
show with
Ferb
the girls
so much. They wrote a song for every episode. Jeez. Thank you, Cody, for reminding us it exists. And should Muhammad buy a Fourth World Volume 2?
It's got just a little bit of Kirby in there. It doesn't have a lot of Kirby, so if you like it for Kirby, then no. But if you want to see the continuation of some of these characters, plus it's got the Genesis event, which has never been collected, even in trade paperback, do it.
Maybe.
And it was Christopher Priest that wrote it, I think.
Maybe it's an editorial choice because they're like, see, it's completely fair. We'll race swap back to white. Like, I guess. I don't know.
It's Christopher Priest. He wrote it. So,
okay.
Whatever. We'll see.
It's a new Christopher. No, but I'm saying maybe it was an editorial decision. Maybe. I don't know.
I hope Black Punisher comes after you.
Where are you going to be, Brent?
Are you serious? Oh, you'll be in our area? Restore Burns, Man of Steel. I need that on. But that was talked about. Remember when I said it costs money to restoration? Why they went standard size?
I think that it was good enough to restore. Where is that?
Who's that? I'm
I
sorry.
don't remember.
I hadn't bought a DC Omni in a long time, but the paper stock is now thinner. I was disappointed. They have heard the negativity and they have gone now back to glossy paper stock. For the last, I think, if you bought an Omni in the last 2 months from DC, at least the ones I've gotten. Oh shoot, I forgot to check the Red Lanterns. They've all been glossy paper stock again.
No, I can't get my hopes up.
Oh,
yeah. Me down to the rocks below.
Yeah.
Oh.
We saw. We're very. She got goosebumps and started getting teary-eyed, and I was like,
because I was yelling for somebody else. This person completely was not on my radar that showed up, and I was like,
just Google the Amiibos. Those things are 40. The Street Fighter ones are now. Yeah. See, when I was younger, I wasn't even a kid, but when Smash Brothers on the Nintendo 64 came out, remember you can unlock the little trophies at the end? I said, if they ever come out with physical copies of those little trophies, I'm gonna buy them. And when the Amiibos were announced, they got me.
You got.
I got.
So someone doesn't watch. I do sometimes, or pay attention to NFC Discord. No, I don't pay attention.
I'm trying. Didn't you?
That's not an answer, James.
Is that a yes or a no, James?
Even Ipsy didn't believe Ryan. Mothman's back in good health and near the end of Berserk. Woo-hoo!
Congratulations, and keep on struggling in that journey, man. It's good to see you, buddy.
Nice to say it. I'm not going to show it, but I'll let your comment.
What's that? Go to Jamie's.
Yeah, okay.
He's clearly meant to give a visceral
reaction to it. Internet needs to trust it. Christopher Priest.
Oh, yeah. Y'all remember when the Joker got pregnant and people freaked out? And I was like, I'm sure it's not the Joker, guys. Calm down. Or maybe they've been reading too much manga. Where's Tina? And her?
Oh, look at trust Christopher Priest.
He's the man. I love that guy.
Wait, it's the bad guy of the story. What?
Why are you people angry at this? I'm sure Priest has a everybody loves Christopher Priest. Recast T'Challa.
Muhammad saying thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. During your chat with DC, did the Golden Age Superman Volume 8 come up? It was a broad question about the Golden and Silver Age, if they're going to continue those. because that's, that takes a lot of money. And they said yes,
Excuse coffee.
they're going to continue them.
Water.
Okay, caffeine is starting to run its course. Had my first yawn.
Oh, okay. Friend's gonna be east of Louisville. Probably being late Thursday. Be there on Friday.
What are you doing? Friend's baby shower on Saturday.
So next week.
Man, you really like your friends. Oh, next week we'll be in. No, I'll be in Cincinnati with Lydia. I mean, I'll be back for the Saturday stream. But I'll be in Cincinnati with Lydia for her birthday.
Goosebumps. R.L. Stein sponsored. Did Pete Townshend finally retire?
She did. She was reporting on what it's like to be black for a day.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Not that I read it. I just remember being told about it.
Sorry if you already said this, Omar, but did you reschedule the meeting with DC Collections?
You had it on Wednesday.
I had it on
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. And it was great, man. Seriously. It didn't feel like they're in a corporate room, like a corporate building, and they were like, I was up on a monitor, like, so it reminded me of being back in the IT world. But dude, as soon as they started talking, it felt like a meeting of friends instead of like, this is a corporate meeting. It was like geeking out about paper stock and mapping and like binding and covers. It was really cool. I'm gonna start a movement.
It is time
to bring back the director's cut for the Batawang. What Omnis would you recommend to a new reader? I only own JLA and Flash 1. Those are your two on. You're a DC guy.
Which characters do you like?
Say
Do you want a really good Batman Omni?
So let's do the Trinity. So let's go with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. For Batman, I suggest the Paul Dini Omni. For Superman, I would suggest the Superman by Peter Tomasi and Patrick Gleason Omni. And for Wonder Woman, if you like reading a lot, Wonder Woman by George Perez. If not, wait for Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka over George Perez. I know that's blasphemous, but it's such a good story. Yeah, Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka and Gotham Central, just to throw it in there. Just got on the plane. I need some Turbo Omni content for the 15 minutes.
We've got a time limit, but we have a super chat first, and then we got to do What's Comic Shop. Hold your horses, Ben. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Which Justice League comic with Darkseid as villain should I buy?
I read the second part.
I don't want any multiverse BS in it. Also, need it to be great in art.
You can't go wrong with the New 52. Both volumes 1 and 2. Volume 1 will have Jim Lee kicking it off. So, hey. And volume 2 will have the Darkseid War. There you go. Those are the ones you want with the Justice League. I would say the JLA Rock of Ages, but I think if you like art, then yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Was it like the Peacemaker season 2 trailer where they were behind glass saying
no.
Yes, it's exactly that.
Did you see the?
I did, brother. He's a tank. And people are complaining about that. I'm like, did you really think we were going to get a Walter P.P.? Like, they haven't made guns like that since the 90s, right? Water guns. When I was growing up, it looked like real guns, right? But now you can't, they don't. So people are like, oh, I can't believe they didn't give him a gun mode. I always thought it was weird that Megatron turned into a gun anyway. Like, why would you want to be held by Starscream?
Yeah.
Where's your trigger? What is that? I knew what it was as a kid. We all knew what the trigger was as a kid. Don't touch that, Starscream.
So for Walt, let's explain. Yes. No, well, people in Kentucky do say it differently.
Louisville, baby.
There's Louisville, which I say Louisville. Both my parents grew up in Louisville, and they say Louisville. Louisville, Louisville. However, Versailles is pronounced for sales.
Yo.
And so
why is English
English?
Vineyard.
Yeah.
Answer me that, Hamza. You put vine and yard together and you get vineyard? Get the F out of here. Give me the next question. Okay. I'm all wired now.
Wait. Okay, here. Read it and then Ben's gonna do it.
No, Ben's gonna do it? Okay.
Yeah.
If you're interested in purchasing big books from the EU, don't forget to check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order price for Marvel and DC big books. Flat shipping rate of 12 euros for all EU countries. Emails answered within 24 hours. And tell them Near Mint Condition sent you their way. All one word at the checkout. You get free shipping on your next order over 40 euros or more. And that's what it went. What did he say? And that's What's Comic Shop.
That's What's Comic Shop,
Oh,
your
you're reading.
reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting. Yay, man, you got to do it.
Good job. I'm back. How are you?
Not you, just me. Yeah, we got Versailles. We got London. There's a London, Kentucky.
Yep.
There's a Big Bone Lick, Kentucky.
We got Frankfort,
Monkey's
Kentucky.
Paw. Monkey's
Frankfort,
Paw.
Kentucky. We got Big Bone Lick.
You're just repeating what I said.
Possum Trot, Kentucky. Whiteyville. We
man,
got a Whiteyville.
No, we don't. Do
Yes,
we?
we do.
Oh my gosh. It was really fun. We went to our friends. It was a state office building. And we just look at this huge map of Kentucky. Look at all the different names of the cities.
Oh,
yeah, I think so too.
Those are little
Accents
towns.
are very interesting.
You know what? I told Melanie this, and we were talking about this. Like the closest to true Shakespearean English, like the way they would talk during Shakespeare time, is actually found in Eastern Kentucky, in the hollers of Eastern Kentucky, because those people were just so separated from everyone else. And I was like, that's just crazy to think about, like people from the hollers, like talking like Shakespearean English.
Yeah. Tom's is correct. I actually used the wrong your bid.
Oh,
I did live on the stream last year for one of the shows. I'm always happy to help shill for Walton.
You live in America.
I don't like my accent when I speak English. Oh,
I love accents, man. Give me a girl with a British. In my single days, give me a lady with a British accent.
Are you going to do a video as the centralized place? Put all this new DC video info. It's very interesting.
I would, that's a good question. Maybe I can ask them if that's okay. I like to, check with people first. Like I forgot to ask if I could even name who they are. It's what I do, Flint. It's what I do.
A holler. It's a holler, like ER.
Not holler at your boy,
like this, ER,
but
holler.
the hills and hollers. It's like a valley.
Yeah, but like this big. Like
yeah.
It's very oh my gosh, can't think of words.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Narrow. Very
Yeah, so
narrow
it's like,
and deep. And then all of a sudden you go back up.
Imagine like a crater. That's where they're living, in the crater.
I almost asked a question. ¿Entiendes español? But like
What?
the British accent. ¿Entiendes
That doesn't
español?
even make sense.
You got beaver lick?
We ain't got beaver lick. We got it's ball. We got ball knob.
Oh yeah,
We got ball knob, Kentucky.
There's also Ball Knob, Indiana.
I know of some, but I don't have like the exact dates of what's coming out for Marvel yet. I'm hoping to get that here in the week.
The Human Jesus, I just had to say that out loud. He is not the list of most expensive and/or rare trades at Omnis. That's kind of like not his thing.
Wow, good job. You pay
Like,
attention
yeah.
to me.
Well, yeah. He likes to focus on just the stories and the content and not really
I think there's a lot of channels that do comic book speculating and things like that, and I never wanted to turn into that, so I don't really talk about what the value of something is. I just talk about the stories, right? Like the things I enjoy.
Have you ever played a Game Boy Advance knowing some of the games might or did get a collected edition?
I have, dude. I love my Game Boy Advance. That's one of my favorite. The little flip, whenever they did the little flip Game Boy Advance, that was my
really good
favorite,
system.
man. I played Lunar in every version of Lunar, and that was I think one of my favorite versions of Lunar.
It's very much like Central and South New Jersey pronouncing water. It's Wooder, which is closer to the Philly dialect. I can't say that. North New Jersey's accent dialect is closer to New York City. It's all amazing. Wooder.
My buddy Frank was he's from Boston, so everything was like, Omar, I forgot my car keys on the table.
They might be giants. You could hear John Linnell be like, "Ha."
I was like, oh, all right, man, I like
They're
that.
from New York.
To be fair, Omar, you went with a woman with an accent. She just happens to have a southern accent. Oh my gosh, man! Especially when she gets mad, I'm like, "What the heck are you even saying, dude?"
That lad dancing pretty hard.
What does that even mean, man? Another marriage crisis. By now, it's crises. We have so much.
I speak English like a big city boy, but speak Swedish like a hillbilly.
Man Thing Mondays. What's the best story arc in Fractions X-Men? I'm just starting Nation X trade paperback. I found this run enjoyable. Utopia's a good. When I first read it 16 years ago, I wasn't the biggest fan of that run, but I did like that crossover with Dark Avengers. Saw that one probably.
I like these that we see Slut Spider-Man Omnis, e.g., Big Time, get announced soon. I'm considering betraying the Epic because over modern Spider-Man. Oh, betraying the Epic cause over modern Spider-Man. Just love these stories, and I'm getting old now. 32 is not old.
Why would you
It's
throw
just
your
my
age
head.
in there? I don't know. I really don't know. I assume that's the next logical place to go, right? It's after Brand New Day. We get the Big Hunt storyline, and then Big Time. One day I will convince a lovely lady that a nasally upper Midwestern accent is sexy.
Jack Ferry, you saying my Spanish ain't no good?
Jack said one of the funniest things on Wednesday. He's like, man, because Amanda was going off about, I don't know, something. You know how Amanda goes off. And he's like, man, Amanda gets more beautiful when she gets angry. And I'm like, oh man, just all you need to do is just hang around me and her. I'd make her angry all the time. And you're gonna be like, oh man, she's so pretty. Oh, is it good? I'm excited to go see it.
People in the chat were talking earlier about Ballerina as well.
I need to see Karate Kid. I need to go see Ballerina. And what's the other movie? Mission Impossible. I haven't seen Mission Impossible yet. Dang. In Missouri. Washington is Washington. No judging. Oh, in Kentucky too. I've seen Washer and Dryer. That's one of my favorites.
I don't say washer.
Washer and Dryer. You gotta go wash your clothes. I've heard that one too.
Hey, Project Viking.
I got a limited.
Collected edition funds this month. I love both Ruckus Wonder Woman and Ostrander's. No? What? Oh.
Suicide Squad.
Oh, thank you. Equally. Which would you go for?
Suicide Squad's going to be 3 volumes. Greg Rucka's Wonder Woman's going to be 1 volume so far. The next volume will be the Rebirth era, but that's way after New 52 if they do a Rebirth era. Well, I assume they will. I would go with Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka right now.
Does Marvel have enough material for a silent omnibus with only silent issues?
Yeah.
Enough said from 2002.
Yeah.
Jeff, maybe others?
Mm-hmm. They do. Because every issue that month had the enough, no word. Yeah, that's what it was called. The SP. I love that one. That's my favorite.
You're gonna have comic stock running at the bottom of the videos. You guys, guess what's being created?
What?
Ben, have you flown yet? Have you taken Maxwell Prince is doing a Superman run with who's the artist? The Ice Cream Man trio. They're doing a Superman run.
What? They
in
are?
a few months. Yeah,
I don't know.
Because
I know Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez are working on Batman.
I don't have I literally have Instagram, but I never ever look at it. But something made me click on it.
Okay.
I finished Art Brute. Ben, that's what I read this week, and I liked it. It was
I love that
fun.
we got 250 plus people here, and you're just like, man. Can you click on my comment? I have a serious question about comic books. I'm at the comic store and I need to know.
That's news. Well, it's news to me because I don't use social media. I wrote it down because we're getting a local comic book store, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy that.
Hey Omar, would Moon Knight be the Marvel? Oh, I already answered you, Jacob. Go back and rewind for a little. Morazzo and Prince are doing Superman Black Label book about various kryptonites. Is what it is.
Thank you. It's the Kryptonite Spectrum by W. Maxwell Prince and the whole gang.
I keep saying it, but we'll be hearing about Rebirth 10th anniversary editions in the next catalog. They're also thinking about doing a new format too. That is pretty exciting as to why they're thinking about doing this new format at DC. My big hunch is that DC are planning an Omnis for Batman Post-Crisis, Burn Superman, Man of Steel at a similar time with maybe a rhyming spine design.
Oh, that would be cool.
I would love that. That's my most wanted era.
Okay, good. Yeah, you have to take. I'm glad your flight's delayed so you can hear that. Oh, good. Jason's number 1.
Go to this is very important.
I know some filling out the DC Omni ballot. Joe Kubert's Tarzan of the Apes was missing. Is that because Dark Horse has reprinted it?
Yeah, I don't think they have the rights to reprint that one. Actually, wouldn't that era be Marvel now? If you see something missing from the polls, please write it in. We have a place where people can write it in.
Catch any news from the Summer Game Fest yesterday? They announced Resident Evil 9.
I saw that.
And the day before, they announced the team that did DBZ Fighters is doing
dude,
a Marvel version of Fighters.
You saw that trailer with me.
Oh, okay.
It's a fighting game.
Yeah.
They look cool, man.
Mhm.
I'm just surprised they didn't have Wolverine. The Resident Evil 9 looks different than other Resident Evil movies. Or games.
It looks different.
Mm-hmm. Lance, I can't believe Rebirth is 10 years old either, brother. Omar, do you foresee compendiums being the new hot thing for DC, Marvel, and other publishers? As far as fan compendiums, it's easy on my wallet. Plus, we get a lot of content. I think it will be I think it will be big with fans, but I will be 100% honest, just what I know, and just working with people and I don't know exact numbers, but just working with different people in the publishing companies. They're not making hardly any money on those things. And as a publisher, that's something you want. You want to make money. You want to make things affordable, of course. But I know for a fact, like some of those image compendiums, unless they're using like the real newsprint papers, like Transformers or G.I. Joe, and Dark Horse, DC, IDW, like whenever they're making those big, they're not really making any money on those things. So maybe it's a good way to like get people into the stories, and then like, hey, there's other options for you, right? Like, I'm trying to compare it to something like in movies, like a standard edition. And hey, did you know there's a director's cut of this?
My co-creator and I are starting to have posters of our characters go on in shops around town. First book incoming, definitely before the Man of Steel.
My man.
And I understood the reference to Sergeant Rock in Tom King's Up in the Sky because
that was his dad.
That drew it. I was like, yeah, I know things. Excuse me. Hold up. Why did I? Okay, answer this question.
Does DC Essential Darkseid War cover the whole arc, or do I need it to in Omni? No, that will. I didn't. The DC Essential? You mean wait? I don't think there is an Essential of Darkseid War. You mean the Omni, like the old Darkseid War Omni? It'll be in Justice League Omnibus Volume 2, the New 52 Omnibus Volume 2. Are there any unanswered DC Rebirth questions? I know one of the big ones from the New 52 was the identity of the magic using the question in Trinity of Three. Oh, from the Rebirth era, before it was... I guess it was what was Dan Didio's plan for the 5G. What's this XP stuff? I don't get it either.
It's not us. It's a YouTube thing.
It's a YouTube thing, I think.
That there's different ways to gain experience by commenting, or not commenting, I suppose, but by typing in the chat, posting. Is this a comment? Oh, anyway. And to make money, you do a super chat, which they take a cut of, and you get experience. People last week were saying if I clicked on a comment that you would get experience, but then maybe it's kind of random. So yeah, it's a YouTube thing. It's not us. And it was fun, but now this week I ain't even thinking about it. Like, we're not really talking about it as much. I guess it kind of the hype wore off. Hi, Jewish Dragons. How are you?
How are you doing, buddy?
We're nearly just a month out from James Gunn's Superman.
Dude, and Fantastic Four. We are eating good this summer. Really hoping Outsiders by Winnick does okay on the poll. It needs better collecting. I'm with you, Rye. That's one of my favorite runs. You put that with Teen Titans by...
Pretend I'm outside the plane. Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye,
I love that this Saturday live stream has become a conversation just between you and Ben. People asking questions. And you're like, bye, Ben.
You type pretty one day. You all... Okay, so that joke about Omar talking pretty one day, you totally check out David Sedaris's book, Me Talk Pretty One Day. It's a great collection. It's memoirs. It's funny. I love David Sedaris.
I'm not reading it out loud, but that's true. Oh, so you like the compendium? Let me introduce you to the high-end stuff. You kids and your XP.
Oh, XP is a face with eyes closed to get stuck out. Look, and say goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. James, are you going to Heroes Con? Did I miss it?
James, he says you need to watch 5 hours of Omnidog streaming to get the answer. Seems random. I have a crown and do not super chat because I'm broke college student. John, you're college. I didn't know you were a broke college student.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you. Well, we're going to plan a meetup. Let's see.
We'll do it right in front of Josh's table and not acknowledge Josh's existence.
Ooh, I will arrive on June the 19th.
Whoa. Red carpet and everything, huh?
Yeah,
James is number one. Congratulations, James.
Let's see. Do you know if The Punisher, Volume 2, the Final Day Story Arc Collection from 91 to 92, issues 53 through 59, is or will be released?
No, it's not released. They did I think they did a collection of Suicide Run years ago. I don't know about an upcoming collection of that though.
Poo New Spoo Channel. Find no slimes. I'm having trouble finding the correct emails. Can you give a website that you know has the correct ones?
Oh shoot! I think it's the Marvel website. It's just like a. Dang it! I wish I had looked this up many years ago. I think it was Curtis that told me. It's like a generic email too.
Marvel@email.com.
No, but I mean, they see it and they direct it at the right person.
Right.
You know that you're not gonna get an email back, but at least they'll see it. Dang it! I wish I knew what it was. Maybe when I make a community post, I'll try to guide people in the right direction. Do you still play your Game Boy Advance? Not these days, man.
Or is anybody in the chat already emailed? Could you share that in the chat?
I'll ask Curtis how he found it.
Ooh, he
James
is
doesn't have
Heroes
to
Con.
Wow, he is Heroes Con.
Yeah. Okay, serious question for you both. Thank you, John. Do you find more enjoyment in learning new things about comics or sharing your knowledge with others?
I like learning new things too. Like whenever I make a video and somebody comes in with like,
I think I like both.
You know, like, hey, did you know that this, you know, the reasoning they did this, especially if it's something I know nothing about, like UK comics. Like I love hearing that. And then then my mistake is that then I start diving deeper into why it happens a certain way or why there's this thing, and I try to look it up. But I do like
I'm always learning because I forget what I learned, and then I'm like, what? Mr. Miracle's coming out with this looks.
But I do like talking about the things I enjoy. Right? Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Absolute edition.
What's up, Cicely? How you doing?
I think yeah, so genuinely because I forget. It's easy for me to learn something. So that is enjoyable overall. And then yeah, I like sharing how great
Superman's Eyes
is. And yeah, Superman Up in the Sky. And then I read John Byrd's Superman, which, spoiler alert, I did enjoy. It was very wholesome. And it wasn't boring.
Okay.
You can put that in a blurb.
Where Melanie, have either of you read? I love Lazarus. Love it. I love the world building. I love the character, and I love the artwork. And yeah, big fan of Rucka. Rucka. My God. Didn't you read Wonder Woman? Or you probably don't remember. I'll be honest with you. I think, like, to me, he is one of the, like, he's up there with Claremont as one of the best male writers that has written women. Like every one of his female characters, that especially if they're the lead character. That's why I love his Wonder Woman. Over the lead character, like as the lead character, is freaking bad A. Like, oh man. You know, it's funny when I interviewed Kelly Thompson, we were talking about like, I made the joke about like maybe it's because you know, sometimes it takes a man to understand a woman, and that's why he's writing. And she's like, she said, I'm not opposed. Like, I know she took it. She knew I was joking, but she said, I'm never opposed to reading a guy or a man writing women characters. I think some of the best women characters have been written by men. I thought it was really cool because, you know, back in the day, we didn't have a lot of female writers. We had Louise Simonson and Anna Senti when I was growing up. And that's it.
Ryan saying Stanley.
Stanley, I mean, Stan was notorious for having tropes with his women.
Thank you for the super chat, Puntane.
My YouTube comfort food. Keep up the positivity. Still on agonizing on the DC Omni. Armageddon 2000. Oh, you're an Armageddon fan? Yes, baby. Yes, me too. I voted for that. I think my votes just went up today. I've had some time early this morning. Hi, hope y'all are having a great day. Have y'all seen Ballerina yet? I saw it yesterday and thought it was awesome. Ana de Armas was great in it, in my opinion. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping to. Gotta catch up on Mission Impossible, and also want to see that one movie of the comedian you like that gets on my nerves from you and Tommy like.
Oh,
But I heard it was good. It's him and Paul
Joe
Rudd.
Perry?
No, not Joe Perry.
No.
The guy that reminds me of Matt.
That yells all the time.
Yes.
I mean, that's too much yelling for me. Sometimes I look like
I heard the movie was good.
Yeah, I would like to see that. Excuse me.
I bought my first. Go to Matt's for a second. I bought my first deluxe of Lazarus.
Where? Oh, it moved.
Right here.
There we go.
In the first day, immediately went to CGN and read it the first day and immediately went to CGN and ordered 2 through 4 deluxes. Oh, they're good, man. Superman is wholesome. Any reply from Marvel on the DD? No replies yet. That's the standard hardcover they're doing. They're doing the Daredevil Charles Soule hardcover. Not Charles Soule, but the new. It was a new miniseries that he did. Was it Charles Soule? Dang it, I can't remember. That's the one standard hard, which I found interesting because I thought they were done with.
You didn't read the rest of my comics comment.
I hear no news about it being reprinted. I'm not reading the last part.
Friendship. Yeah,
I'm sorry they hurt. I did not mean to make them blue. That was not me. We've been there. Not me.
Okay, we can stop. Friendship, it was hilarious. Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Friendship, yeah.
That awful comedian you like.
Very darkly funny movie. Well, we're saying, yeah, that's my type of humor. You guys, what is his name? You know what I'm saying? Like he's he yells, he gets really angry over the top.
Rucka's great at writing women. Go back up
a little too much.
for Bar. I want to see what she says. One of the best. His female characters feel real. Remember, Chris Claremont was approached by a lot of women, like surprised that he was a man when he was writing Uncanny X-Men, because they were like, "I've never seen another writer understand women as well as you do," and he was surprised that they would come up to him, not believing that he was a man. It was really interesting. Like,
you're not a man.
2 questions. What do you think of the announcements of Deadpool and Batman?
I'm excited.
In Kentucky, what is the preferred alcohol? Whiskey, bourbon or moonshine? Bourbon. Moonshine will make you go blind.
Hey, Joey. Hi. Hope you're both doing well.
I haven't seen Joey for a while.
Chatting recently. Tomorrow's my birthday. So excited. Gonna be 26. Yay! Okay. Well, I'm glad you're with us. You don't need to apologize. And if I can get my act together, I can click this. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joey. Happy birthday to you and many more.
26. What a great age. What a great age, man. The world's in front of you. You still think you're invincible. It's wonderful. Stumptown, Old Guard, Wonder Woman, Gotham Central, Lazarus. He's just fantastic. Oh, absolutely. He's one of those writers I get excited about when he's writing something. Honestly, one of my least favorite things he wrote was Wolverine, and that's enjoyable as heck. I love his Punisher, though. Love his Punisher. Hey, Omar, since Marvel and DC are doing crossovers after 20 years, what characters are you hoping they'll use? What are some of the Miles and who's a new DC character I like? I've grown to really like Miles with this latest run. I think his run is really solid. Okay, Jeff the Landshark versus what's his name? The cat, the Red Lantern.
Oh,
what is his name? Daxstar.
Yeah.
The cat. Oh man, Jeff the Landshark versus that cat, and we get to vote who wins. Ooh. Yeah, Miles and who's the new? I guess. Oh, Jonathan, the new Superman. Damian.
Hey.
And Spider-Boy.
Miles and Damian.
Actually, Miles and Damian would be better too. I like that.
Nightwing and Cyclops. Jet versus Harley Quinn.
No. Harley Quinn and who would Harley Quinn go up against in Marvel now that she's huge? Who's an annoying character? Squirrel Girl. There you go. She's not new though.
Booster Gold and Kang.
Oh man.
Deathstroke and Predator.
Because he's the Terminator. or because
Thinking my Gotham Central gets signed at MacPow. I'm not sure if Lark will have seen the Eagle Moss slipcase set before, or the UK print Legend of Hawkman either. Oh, have fun.
Michael
And
Lark's an amazing artist too.
any thoughts on Karma?
My favorite New Mutant. I love her. I hated the stupid thing they did to her when they chopped her leg off. like what? Why? It's so dumb. I love that character. It was, interesting enough, it was through her character that I learned a lot about Vietnam before I made friends with a Vietnamese kid. Like, I didn't know they spoke French, and then I found out why they spoke French. Like, comics have taught me so much. That's why I love comics. They've taught me real life history and also comic book history, of course. Like, I think it's really cool, right? Like,
no, we are not capital G gamers like Dom. But will you be trying out Marvel?
oh yes. Tokon. That's the fighting game.
It?
That's the fighting game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm there, dude.
Rogues versus Superior Foes of Spider-Man.
Ooh, which one would win?
Gwenpool and Harley Quinn.
So
Daredevil and Nightwing.
Yeah, exciting time
Harley
for
Quinn and
sure.
Green Goblin.
Harley Quinn's not even worthy of Norman nor Harry. She can have what's his name? His nephew, Phil's Ben. Yeah, Phil. Reunite Batman with his mentors. Spider-Man Harley Quinn would be awesome since they're doing Batman Deadpool.
What about Paul versus Doomsday?
I kind of like that.
Did I ever accidentally damage one? I'm sure I have. What's the story?
My favorite story to share about Melanie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is
that was an accident.
I let her borrow.
It was an accident.
It was not an accident. So I let her borrow my Gunsmith Cat's books, and she started dog-earing them. And I'm like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And she's like, I'm bookmarking it. You know what dog-earing is? Like, it's where you take.
Oh, you threw me under the bus. Why did you ask this question?
This is what this woman did. She took the corner and then did that with it. Like, she folded the corner so she knew where she stopped reading it, and then closed the book. And I gasped, and we had just started dating, and I was like, we need to have a conversation right now because this is not going to work. That's what she did.
I'm sorry. I was in the wrong. I don't know why I did it. I'm sorry.
All these Melanie fans turning on you. I'm like Hal Jordan with the rings and issue number 40.
No, forgives me. Thank you. That was a kid.
I didn't think adults did that either. I'm like, you can afford a bookmark. If not, I'll buy you one.
I have no idea what I was thinking.
It can be bookmark if you're.
My wife leaned in to kiss me goodnight and kind of bit the corner of the page of my Omnibus. I didn't handle
it.
Tina doesn't do it.
That's what it feels like.
I opened the car door. I unlocked the door for you.
I gave her the test. I gave her the Sunny test when we went on a date. You know, my daughters watched A Bronx Tale with us last week, and Lydia really liked it. I love that movie.
I really liked it because I didn't remember it. And I was like, oh, this was a. I did not think I was going to like it.
Like all the people that are canceling you.
I'll read my single issues in the bathtub. I don't care. I don't care. Read your single issues.
That should have been strike one.
I want to read them in the bathtub.
I'm so disappointed in you, Melanie. I never did that even as a kid. I used my He-Man or Garfield bookmarks. Yeah, she likes to read, so I'm like, who doesn't have bookmarks? Well, I'll give her a pen.
That was a good. I think.
Oh man, that was so good. I love that movie. What about Rumble in the Bronx? They haven't seen that
Why
one.
did I open my mouth? Yes.
Yeah, you're just digging that hole, man.
Like that.
This is what happens to like when a politician gets called out and he doesn't have good PR. You like how I said he, because they start just talking. They're like, hey, you also read
I
comics
have
in the
blocks in
bathtub.
the car door for you.
You did. So that was a plus.
There's a girl I liked at grade school that I let borrow a Garfield book. I bought it at Scholastic Fair. She wrote my name in it, and I was like, "What?" I had no idea where she is today or that book. Oh, even Lydia knows to protect us. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I
Did
still
something
married
bad
her.
happen in Ways Deadpool that made you both not enjoy it? Finished issue 13, The Pirate.
Two-parter, and I'm
Two-parter.
still enjoying it. This is all. No, here's the thing. If you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. I just personally don't like it. I don't like his take on Deadpool. I don't think he understood the character. That's it. But if you're enjoying it and you're laughing, then it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Good on you, man. Keep on reading it. Everybody's gonna have a difference of opinion out there, right? No matter what beloved movie it is, whether what's the number one like movies of all time, Godfather, Shawshank's Redemption, whatever it is, there are gonna be people that are like, oh, that movie sucked, right? So it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what matters is it's your collection and you're enjoying it and you want to reread it again. That's it. Look, man, I consider Peter to be like the omega to my alpha. That's right, I'm alpha. I'm a giga alpha chat. But we never agree on anything. There are stories he loves that I'm like, how? And there are stories that I love that he was like, I cannot be your friend. Like it's just that. And I think that's the beauty of any hobby. It's like you're going to find a difference of opinion. I don't agree with people crapping on other people because they have a difference of opinion. That I can't stand. Like if you're asking me for my personal opinion, I'll be willing to share it. I don't like when people are like, oh man, how can you like that? That sucks. Like I can't, that like why crap on anybody's
My
love
comic
or something?
says, yeah, don't get your New Warriors love. Young
That's
Justice
okay.
was a better book.
That's you can go. I'm just kidding. It's the day when God no.
Melanie, please discover what's upcoming on the bestest challenge ever this week.
I swore to myself that I would start a schedule next week when I met with Dom. So it would be the following week. So, but I think off the top of my head, I do have Sunday is the Dark Horse books, and then there's an Amanda review of Holy Rollers. Monday is Wolverine 6, Fantastic Four, Doom 2099. And I do have an interview that day with Jason Shawn Alexander.
So there you
And
go, Rahul.
that's at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then there is on Tuesday the Marvel trades and one of the DC finest. Wednesday is my overview of Red Lantern's Omni. I also recorded all these other overviews I need to get out there. Like I haven't had time to put Injustice out there. So I'll probably put Injustice out there sometime next week too. Maybe on like a Thursday. Injustice 2.
Just
The Cosmic DC Cosmic that's gonna be Thursday or Friday. So and I'll be gone on Friday, but there's a couple of videos that are pre-recorded. By the power of Pingu, Melanie. Dog earring, isn't that against the Geneva Convention?
Pingu, noop, noop.
No,
Are we talking about this? Because let me tell you.
oh yeah, Tina takes some video games.
For the movie last year, and I set a reminder on my phone for us to wear them because I kind of forgot about it after all the movie hype. Let's see. So put these fighting game rivalries in order of importance. Ryu versus Sagat, versus Zero, and Terry Bogard versus Geese Howard.
All right, look, man. Here, look. Real question. This is one of the best questions I've ever gotten.
If it's real talk, say it with your chest.
I'm saying it with my chest. Ryu versus Sagat is the best rivalry.
Oh, really?
He's got that scar.
Well, that's for Terry.
With Geese Howard, like
Did
especially
he kill this girl?
the video he killed. Okay, so it was red. They were retconning video games because that's the whole reason King of Fighters happened because it was oh my gosh, what's his name's dad that ended up killing Terry and Andy's dad? They retconned it in King of Fighters. It was the guy from Art of Fighting. What's his name? It was his dad that killed them. The guy that's the cheap fireball. Like anyway, So yes, those are second, and then Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Mortal Kombat.
Ibsy agrees.
Yeah, come on, man. You put a scar on my chest, dude.
You put a scar on my chest.
Yeah, it was Killstat. The guy that does the oh my gosh, the karate guy. I cannot remember his name in King of Fighters.
Oh, Adam says Scorpion versus Sub-Zero.
That's okay, but my fighting games was, a dude that threw a fireball that said Hadouken. Not get over here. Come here.
3 characters in the first Street Fighter made it into the Street Fighter 2, and those were 2 of them.
Sagat and Ryu.
Wonder Woman's Gail Simone versus Greg Ruckus. Wonder Woman's Gail Simone. Gail Simone's Wonder Woman versus Greg Rucka, which is better? I like Gail Simone's art more than Greg Rucka's. What's your opinion?
No, Greg Rucka. By far. Seriously. I love Gail Simone's run. I love Greg Rucka's. Absolutely think it's perfect.
Any news on Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection Volume 3 reprint anytime soon?
No news on Epics or Omnis so far until I can say something. What New Warriors run would you recommend for someone who's never read any story? Oh, just the first one. And if honestly, if you're not reading, if you don't like the first 6 issues, then it's not for you, and that's okay. You move on to something that you enjoy.
Quentin, thank you.
Thank you so much. They can only benefit by this. Also, Armageddon 2001, baby. Yes! With the original ending. Can you imagine that? Like, if they have the original ending there, oh, that would be awesome.
Hey, Omar, I love the live streams throughout this week, but I was wondering if you could choose only one book to read for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a tough question.
Oh, man. I mean, I would have to be an omnibus because I'm going to read for the rest of my life. Uncanny X-Men Omni 3. Uncanny X-Men Omni 3. All right. I know John, who's a broke A college student, ain't going to try to school me. I was playing them games where you were even... Hold on. I was playing those games before your mom and dad even met. I'm old.
What about Mega Man versus Juggernaut? I live in my own world.
My daughter would love that, actually.
What about Kazuya versus... Oh, no, I can't see.
Heihachi in Jin Mishima. That's from Tekken.
Oh, Tekken. I really played
Melanie versus the Flat.
That's really good, Michael. Did you hate reading Kevin?
No, I actually liked it, Adam. It made it in my hidden gems because everybody seems to hate it. And I was like, I don't get the hate. I kind of dig this. It has nothing to do with my New Warriors, but I thought it was really good. And Kevin gave us the Blue Marble and Underworld. If you ever seen the Underworld movies and you like them.
Yeah, the complete work of One Piece. If it was one book.
Remember somebody made somebody bound them together. It's so stupid.
I just think about opening our own comic book shop. That would be awesome.
I know another hunter that opened up his own comic book shop, and while he was, he's been following us for years and opened up his own shop, and now we went there for his first comic book day, and we'll be. Oh my gosh, yes! So if you live in the Central Kentucky area, they are opening up. A+ Comics is opening up in Frankfort, Kentucky, and we will be there opening day. Let me make sure when they're hoping to open up. Opening up, so we will be there doing our Saturday stream on July 12th. They're hoping to have a silent opening on July 9th, but July 12th is when we will be there.
That's when Lydia's taking the ACT.
Yeah, good luck to her. And we'll be right next.
I guess I'll have to go leave and pick her up.
That's
okay. Okay.
Definitely Josh versus Bruce.
Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, both hunters can do that.
What's the release date for the latest Street Fighter hardcover about Udon and Rival Schools hardcover?
The Rival Schools should be available this month of June. The latest Street Fighter, I'm not sure. I think that was pushed back a little bit. They're just now getting things from the printer.
Electric Warriors by Steve Orlando and Travel Foreman would be cool.
I do like Travel Foreman comics.
What?
Go ahead.
What were you? Okay. I just say I'm really excited that it's going to open up that soon. Hopefully, unless it gets delayed. But
Yeah.
I was thinking like next year, like just next month. Yay! I can't wait. Dan, what was your actual question?
The worst time to ask my actual question.
I enjoy your channel. Great stuff. Which is your favorite Batman book of all time?
Either Legacy. I'm not joking. I really do love Batman Year 2. It's probably because it reminds me of my childhood. But I really like Contagion Legacy. I think that was excellent. New Gotham is excellent, and Gotham Central, of course. Batman Alf. No, not true at all.
Okay, best to worst. Peanuts, Garfield, Foxtrot, Oh, Calvin Hobbes, Farside, Blondie, Heathcliff, Ziggy, Hagar, Dismas, High and Lois? No, what? Is that the name of it? High and Lois? Popeye and Wizard of Id. Some of them I don't know. So
Wizard of Id, I remember like
Calvin and Hobbes.
Out of those?
Yeah.
Calvin and Hobbes is the best.
Not Farside, though? You love Farside.
Wait, did he put Farside? Oh, Farside. Then Calvin and Hobbes. Then Peanuts.
I'm going to put Farside below Garfield and Peanuts. Garfield is totally for nostalgia, not that it's that great.
You're going to put Garfield before Farside? I don't even know you, man. No. Farside is by far the best. No questions asked. And then Calvin and Hobbes. And then Peanuts. After that, I actually like Wizard of Id. I think it's funny.
Put Dismas low.
You didn't put Family Circus. That would always go to the bottom. Foxtrot. Okay, so I would go with Wizard of Id, then Garfield, and then Heathcliff. Then I used to have a lot of Ziggy books when I was a kid. Ziggy, Edgar the Horrible, Dennis the Menace. I have actually some Dennis the Menace collections. High and Lois, Popeye, because I don't have a lot of that. And then Foxtrot. I think that was it. And Blondie.
Fernando answered that Batman Ego
Yes.
is getting a deluxe edition.
Yes.
Do you have any non-Daredevil Bullseye recommendations?
Dark Avengers. Spoilers. Not anytime
Our daughter's
soon.
watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure season 3, if that counts for anything.
Maybe with Tina, when Tina catches up with it.
Ooh. What was the average price of a comic when you start buying them? Mine was $1.
No, it was. Shut up, John. No way. No. Why did I tell John to shut up? When I started getting them, oh man. When I started buying them, well, okay. It depends though, right? Like, are you talking about with my own money? Or what are we talking about? Because if it was with my own money, like, gosh, man, this is tough because asking my mom and dad for money is one thing. Like, so I want to say it was 75 cents when I asked them to get me stuff because it was 1987, and then it moved up to like $1 maybe. Oh, Larry Hama's birthday.
And
so like 75 cents when I started getting. Some of the ones I got were 75 cents. I remember.
Want to promote Josh being at Heroes Con. Table is that table 11 dash or is it 2? Like Roman numerals dash 1293. Oh, or is it? I don't know. I don't understand the ordering of it. But he's going to be at Artist Alley. And we are not going to San Diego Con.
No, I was asked to monitor a panel this year, and had I known a little bit earlier, I would have done it. Otherwise, yeah. So not this year, but maybe. I think a good. I think I may do New York Comic Con though, for a couple of reasons. One, I can't say, and the other one is I think somebody asked me to be part of a panel, so.
Mr. Treetops, thanking you for recommending Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing. It's made Nightwing one of my favorite DC characters.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it, man. Go and check out some of the older stuff, too.
Are we going to read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run now that it's being released?
In English by Viz, one of the highest rated manga ever.
Maybe?
I mean, honestly, if enough people tell me to read it, I'll read it.
What's your favorite Larry Hama's issue, non-G.I. Joe?
Oh, Wolverine 34. It's the perfect Wolverine story. that final answer, brother.
Can I nominate Batman the Monster Man and Batman the Mad Monk together for one of the best or maybe underrated Batman stories?
Those
Yes,
are
you may.
the Matt Wagner stories, right? Oh man, I missed out on that hardcover. Farmer's 12
Hey,
cents.
Mr. Bobby.
Astonishing, Melanie, good to see you guys again. Week, hello, Minty. Sorry if I'm late. You're never late.
Ooh, the UK's Dennis the Menace is an actual menace. He has a dog with giant human-looking teeth called Nasher. Oh.
Who wrote that? Who wrote and drew it?
You want drunk? I'll watch a review. JoJo's so bad.
I'll get canceled. Weapon Brown, where Charlie Brown is an ex. I want them.
That.
I want them to. There was a Kickstarter recently for
Oh.
a bigger. Like I want them to release it in a hardcover volume, like a big hardcover volume.
Indie Island, aka the Yellow Section. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Any Catwoman and Harley Quinn comics with great art. Thank you for the super chat.
The Gillen March's artwork in the Gotham City Sirens is excellent, and it both has Catwoman and Harley Quinn in it. Terry Dodson did some Harley Quinn stuff. Catwoman, I love Joelle Jones, so her Catwoman is gorgeous.
Remy saying part 7 is peak.
What?
And part 5 if JoJo.
You're gonna call it now, okay? I'll remember part 5.
Catwoman Lonely City is good.
That's the
good
Cliff Chang one?
Yes,
Yeah,
that
that's
was
a
really
good one.
good.
I like that one.
Yeah.
You reviewed it for the
Mhm.
channel.
It's gorgeous. It's a lot of fun. Hey, hi Matt.
How you doing, Matt?
Let's see. I highly recommend watching To Be Hero X if you haven't already. It's a Chinese anime of the superhero genre, and it's nuts. Thank you. No, we haven't. Have you?
I don't even know what it is. To Be Hero X. I'm sure one of us UKers will send you some Beano annuals at some point. Dennis the Menace, Bash Street Kids, lots of ages, humor strips. So was Catwoman by Darwin Cook is excellent. That's the East of N Omni. The Dennis the Menace. Now I'm curious. See, I love learning things. So was Dennis the Menace in the UK? Was it done by the same creator, or was it a different like strip?
Matt, thank you for the super chat.
How do you choose what to read for fun next? Feeling overwhelmed by my to read pile, and how much do you reread favorites versus new stuff? Well, it's my job now, so reading for fun tends to be shrunken down the time. I don't remember when. I mean, it's been over a month since I read for fun. It's usually something light and easy to read. Like I've been trying to get back into Boxers and Saints, and the book has been sitting on my desk for 3 months now because I was like, oh, I think this will be a good standalone graphic novel for the year. And I haven't had the chance to do it because I've got so much to read. When you see my Dark Horse video tomorrow, I should have clocked it. I should have clocked how long it took me to read all of that. But that's the equivalent of 3 months worth of reading. I'll give you an idea, just like, holy moly. And then on top of that, I got to read Omni. So when I did not read for a living, and I had reading to me was relaxing, and she knows I read every day. Every day I was reading. How I chose, it was an X-Men title that would get top tier. Like I was like, oh, it's X-Men. And then rereading my favorites just to kind of go back and reminisce about the things that I love, or see if there were any mistakes, or see if I still loved it as much.
Matt, if you're like me, and when you try to make a decision, no matter if it's objectively not that important of a decision, I feel like it is, and I have to make the correct decision because there is a correct answer. Perhaps just be like, just whatever you feel that day. Like, don't plan it out. And then when you start questioning, well, why do I feel this? What's the reason behind it? Don't.
Read for fun.
Just whatever that day, and don't wonder why am I thinking that I want to read this that day. It could change the next day. Yeah, that's my suggestion.
One more thing to add. Don't ever feel like you have to, right? Like if you're looking at something and you're getting overwhelmed, take a break. There's nothing wrong with like video games the same way. I have friends now, we're in our 40s that look at video games and they're like, man, my backlog is getting insane. Take a break. Go do something else. You'll come back to it.
Harleen is also.
Oh, Harleen has
excellent.
beautiful artwork
my
by
gosh.
Stephen Sajic. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Gorgeous. What are your thoughts on If It's You, Catwoman? And would a Raja Ghul Omnibus and Bronze Age Omni Volume 1 have all the same material? I still can't decide on what my last 2 votes should be.
No, I map Razalgo a little different than the Bronze Age Omni. I did not like Catwoman New 52, and I love Anna Senti. I gave away my trade paperbacks. I don't even have them anymore. Didn't captivate me, which is a shame. Because I really like the stuff that, I actually liked Will Pfeiffer's run, and it's hard. It's a hard follow-up for Ed Brubaker's run.
Part 7 has dinos, Jesus, and the Prison of America.
In an Old West
setting.
I think that would sell Melanie more than me.
And then you were, Metaphor, you were talking about like a train scene. And then that made me think of the suplex on the train from Final Fantasy VI. And now I have that song stuck in my head. Just let you know.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Any Poison Ivy Penguins. The latest Poison Ivy, the artwork is freaking gorgeous. That run by G. Willow Wilson.
Oh, yes.
That
oh, my
artwork,
gosh.
I'm so sorry.
I need to read more of that.
Who's the artist?
Oh,
I cannot remember the artist on that. That art is absolutely gorgeous.
It's a solid story.
Who did the...
It's great pacing.
Oh, Jason Pearson did a one-shot of Arkham Asylum Penguin. I really like the art in that.
When in doubt, have an algorithm. I go back to my earliest published book and move through your library chronologically. If you're not digging the book, move on to the next. What's your opinion? In your opinion, what is the worst reboot in terms of understanding the continuity before and after in the DC timeline?
That's a really case by case. I think the person that suffered the most, or the character that suffered the most, was of course Hawkman after Crisis on Infinite Earths. Remember, like Crisis was 1984, 85. We didn't even get like a straight timeline on Hawkman until 87, 88. The manga collection will come when these shelves are done. So, they haven't even started on it. Marcia Takana, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Mariko, or is it Mariko? Is it Mariko? Precision Catwoman was a bit explicit. I remember that. I just didn't dig it, man. It just, I don't know. It just felt bad. It wasn't good. And I was excited because it was like, oh, it's Anna Senti. I'm so sorry. I was in the middle of asking a question or answering a question. Thank you. I tend to get psyched out as to what I want to dive into next. Catch up on singles, start Fables, Brubaker. Yeah, don't ever get overwhelmed. It's your choice at the end, right? Like, read what you want to and read for fun. Don't ever think of it as a job. Don't ever think you have to. And that's a part of collecting and reading is the collecting aspect of things. You have this like, oh, I gotta go and buy that because it'll be out of print. Like that I do the same thing. Like I missed out on Final Fantasy Tactics, the collector's edition, right? And I think I've gotten to that age where I was like, I missed out on it. It wasn't meant to be.
Is Valentine's Catwoman? Is that New 52?
Genevieve Valentine's. I think it was. Got into Lazarus after a long time not reading because I just bought it at a local comic book store and just randomly picked it up. Couldn't put it down. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it.
Is the camera askew?
Is it? Maybe. maybe. Thank you for noticing.
We got 1 minute left.
It was the New 52. And that was a portion that was good. That's what Lance is saying. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we do have videos on TikTok. Tina's been amazing, and we do different type of videos on TikTok. One of my favorite videos that we did, I don't know how good it's performing, but it was the Give Me 2 Truths and 1 Lie about comics.
Yeah, that's fun.
And she had to guess what the lie was. She did not guess correctly.
Let's see. The Switch 2 is getting a I want to say Fantastic Four Final Fantasy Tactics remake.
I don't think it's been announced for the Switch 2. I know Switch and PS5 and both collector's editions are gone. So Omar knows what TikTok is. Omar doesn't TikTok well, but he knows what it is.
Let's see.
Hey, but it's growing. Like
we got a good day at work.
Thank you.
And we'll have about 5 more questions.
Because you all know me, I like to talk, so I'm not meant for that TikTok generation. But we got like 25,000 subscribers.
Hey.
What is something that's missing from your collection that you want the most? Talking about release stuff that you simply don't have. Like I really like the Bone hardcovers that just came out. I think those are beautiful. They were Kickstarter, so I'm kind of missing some things like that. But I don't know. I mean, those come to mind.
I'm looking forward to a couple of manga
Dan
box
sent me
sets
Essex
coming out.
County hardcover. That was completely unexpected. That was one of my big time wells. You have a lot of wonderful viewers that have helped me get my wells over the years. Strumbo got me the Absolute Promethea, and Dan, like I said, got me the Essex County hardcover edition.
I want to read Witch Hat Atelier, but I have to wait for the box set to come out, so I'll buy it. And I also want to read Free Ran. What's it called?
Free Ren.
Yeah, but I'm assuming there's no box set.
There is. It's limited to Crunchyroll, but it only has the first 4 volumes. So
no, it's not a box set. So, Emanations lays the gap filler Fantastic Four TikTok.
Oh,
Edwin
thank you.
said the True Someone Live TikTok was fun.
Oh, I had a lot of fun with that one.
Pasta Jensen saying TikTok's the sound of the clock.
Clock King would be proud of me.
Oh, yeah, I do look closer to the camera. Yeah, I think that's it. But I'm not physically.
One more thing. Armageddon 2001. Omnibus with the original ending, baby. Yes.
Thank you for the
One day, dude. Yes. What should be the last Omni they print?
4 more questions.
There are things Omar doesn't have. Impossible. There are things I don't have.
County hardcover available?
Oh, it's way over there, so I don't have it. I'll show it off next time. Just remind me. I think Witch Hat is still ongoing.
Oh, okay. So,
it's still ongoing. So you got a bit to go.
Yeah. Do you own every Marvel Omni?
No, I've given away a lot of like Golden Age Omnis. A lot of, anytime they send me they sent me Stranger Things. These Strange Academy Omnibus. They sent me 2 copies of it, and I was like, that was so sweet. I gave one to my brother, because he loves Scotty Young and he loves Humberto Ramos, and I was like, I want him to keep reading these things, so I gave one to my brother. And then if I don't give it away to family or friends, they're for giveaways. Whenever we do, and we'll have one this year.
Logan, every once in a while I do post TikTok as a short.
We should probably start doing that more, though.
I mean, we could do more. You had a reason for it,
because
so I gave up.
Because shorts are like 3 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but our TikToks aren't 3 minutes or less.
You're like, I already posted a video. Oh, yeah. That was it.
It's like, then that requires work to look and see how long these videos are.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying thanks again to YouTube. Been distant from comics overall for a bit, and this stream really made me feel a lot better. You rock.
Oh,
well, I'm glad you found a joy in comics again.
There we go.
That's wonderful, Matt. Thank you so much, and that's a great comment to end the video on. Thank you all so much for watching. We are here every Saturday. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. I do try to get to the questions, at least on the Saturday live stream, because I know how important they are. Spread the word about the Marvel Masterworks, please. Let others know that right now it's on indefinite hiatus. And I don't want the line to end because I know it brings a lot of joy to people. So let others know to email Marvel with the subject line, Save the Masterworks. But as of right now, that's it for us. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. You are released. We're out of here.
Stay minty.
Bye.
That was weird.